What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Under Lights with me and Lucas. And as you can see, still no Brennan. He's a he's a hard man to be available. But anyways, got a good episode coming your all's way. You got Avery Musick on here. He was our co-player of the week for week 3. Had an insane stat line versus Racco. 12 catches, 321 yards, and 4 touchdowns, and I think was it 4? Pretty sure. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get him on here, talk to him a little bit about his performance and just his whole season, and yeah, should be a fun episode. Lucas.
Absolutely. I think it'll be a great episode. We'll only have him with us tonight. We're going to go ahead and get this episode out for you guys. And then we should end up actually having 2 more this week because we still need to get Mike Reese for his week 2 performance. He won our player of the week that week. And also Mike Reese will be our other player of the week for this week. We'll talk more about that whenever we get to him. But yeah, it should be a great episode. And with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and add Mr. Music to the stage.
What's up?
Welcome to the stage, Avery.
Am I asking the first question,
Yeah,
Lucas?
you got him.
All right, so the first question I want to ask you is, what was it like playing with your brother for 3 years, obviously, and him being a quarterback, you being a receiver? What was it like just having him throwing you the ball?
Oh, it was great. It was great. We always got to work together late nights after football practice. Like it was amazing to have him always by my side and him always pushing me for like setting goals for me and me achieving them with him and all that stuff and being able to work with him all the time.
Absolutely. I think that's a really cool thing that you got to do, man. It's mine's not really going to be that crazy of a question for right now. I want you to walk me through your performance from Friday. Just what led to you having that breakout kind of game? Is that a thing that a lot of people need to just continue to expect from you, or just kind of talk to me and walk me out through it there?
Well, I knew coming into the game that I wasn't going to be like super physical and just hitting people because the week before I had Cold Bowl week, I came out of that game with a shoulder injury, and I knew I was going to be physical and all that stuff. So I was just planning on catching the ball, running out of bounds, getting the yards I could. But when I got into the game, I ended up only getting on the ground like twice the game. One I fell, and the one I got tackled. But besides that, it was just whatever happened in the moment happened. Like I knew like if I was about to get tackled, I was going to go down. But like there's one of them. I ran like a post hitch, and I caught the ball. I turned around, saw a guy, so I gave him a move, and I just cut it right up the middle, knowing I could beat the safety. And it was just like spurred of a moment of like what I was going to do.
Yeah, trying to find this message for you before I ask the second question. This was after our benefit game. One of the guys I talked to asked me how it went, and I said, Avery Musick's the best receiver on this side of Roanoke. So I knew after that benefit game, obviously I watched play last year, but like I was just like, this kid's unstoppable. Like he's going to put up some wild numbers this year. Obviously, you already have. And so I'll ask you this one. Obviously, the Cobo getting injured kind of changed the whole game, really, because y'all had a lot of momentum, and you get hurt, and it kind of sucks it all out. So how are you just kind of getting back into things and being back with your guys? How glad are you to be back?
Oh, I'm so happy. I hated that I had to miss Ridgeview. I really wanted to play them like so bad. But getting back into everything, it's going good. Shoulder's doing a lot better and just working and doing what I can do and doing what my shoulders allow me to do and all that good stuff.
Good.
You know, last year you were first team All-State wide receiver, correct?
Yeah.
You feel like you're kind of shooting for that again this year? How high is that? How high have you set the bar for yourself, and not only yourself but your team as well?
Definitely want to hit the goal again. That's my goal for every year ever since I got in high school. As a team, just keep on working together and keep on building on top of what we have. We have a great team. We just gotta keep on pushing each other and figure out all the little things and getting those things lined out and just make it as far as we can.
Let's see. So obviously, this being your senior season and stuff, and Lucas, I'm still in this question before you can ask it. So, how's your recruitment process going?
Dang it! I promise you, I was literally looking at it because I went on to Twitter and I was like, my next question after that one is going to be about your recruitment because I literally just saw, I think you got 4 or 5 offers now.
Yeah, I got 4 right now, and I'm still trying to rack up the offers and all that stuff. Still sending my film out and all that. Right now I got offered by Wise, UVA Wise, and Emory Henry, then a school out of Hampton and school out of Charleston right now. But still trying to get more offers and hopefully some bigger ones too.
Yeah. I mean, I think before you ask your question, Sturgill, I just want to say, like, if you played anywhere but Southwest Virginia, you would probably have some D1 offers already. That's just the bad thing about down here. It's hard to get a lot of exposure and all these big schools. So, I mean, you just got to send it to every school imaginable, really.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing my best.
Which,
just
I mean, absolutely. Which that's also kind of why we created this whole Under the Lights podcast thing, was to get some guys' names out there. I mean, we don't have a gigantic following or anything like that, but we just think it's cool to bring some guys on here, talk ball with them, and if we can help in any way, we will. And I mean, getting your name out there, more and more people to see, because I mean, some people see the videos, repost it, and then this guy sees it, and then this next guy sees it, and on down the line.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was literally looking at it because I was like, my next question is about his recruitment.
My bad.
No, you're good. So it's obviously, like you said, it's it's your senior year. What is one play that has stood out to you that you've made over these past 4 years that you always remember? If somebody says, what's your favorite play that you can remember, it's the first play that pops into your mind.
Okay. So it was my sophomore year, the year that we almost made it state. It was the play I broke my collarbone on, actually. So it was the end of the game. We're playing Holston, and I don't even know why we ran it. Like, we just needed the first down, and then Coach Wicks at the time, that's our head coach at the time, he called all verts. So there I go running down the field, and Peyton throws me a ball, and it was back shoulder. So like, I jumped up and like midair, I was like all sprawled out midair and caught the ball and landed on my shoulder and slid 5 yards. Ended up breaking my collarbone, but like one of the best catches I ever had, I think. This unfortunate that I broke my collarbone on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that you're talking about your collarbone and all that, because Connor Early, number 4, was guarding you down here and ended up breaking his collarbone on the interception that he almost had, but I think you got in between it and knocked it out.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I was lining up, but I was wondering where he went. And somebody said he went off to the sideline, so I was like, well, I guess they decided to put somebody else on me, but I was like, I don't know. He just disappeared.
I think we put Carter on him after. Or Carter
that
on
was
you
like
after.
later in the game, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, he came
that was
out.
a fun game.
It was.
I think this is a pretty good question. So obviously, your first 3 years played with your brother. So what's it like now playing with Parker? Obviously, him being a freshman. What's your all's relationship been like this spring, summer, obviously, and this fall?
Oh, we're best friends. He moved here from Richlands to Honaker, and ever since then, I wish I knew him when he was at Richlands. So like we've always had a connection. But over the spring and summer, we threw football together and hung out throughout the summer and all that good stuff, and just built a good friendship. So it's good to have that bond outside and inside of football.
Yeah, I mean, quarterback receiver connection's a big one, so
Oh yeah,
it's always good to have that.
Absolutely. My next question is, I mean, because I know you're seeing it. What kind of goes through your head whenever you get a team's number one corner lined up against you? Because I mean, I feel like every week you already know before you even go out there, you're getting whoever they think's their best guy.
I'm just seeing how they're gonna play me. Like man, if they play me man, I'm just during the game, like the beginning of the game, I'm just figuring out what I can do and what releases that they're weak on that I can buy them. And if they're off man, just trying to get them flip their hips the opposite way or vice versa, and then just making a move off of that and go from there.
Yeah. I'm sure you're going to get doubled a lot too the rest of the year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Sadly.
Did you get doubled any last week?
So, no. It was weird. It was weird. I don't think they were expecting me to play. Listen, we lined up in twins on both sides, and we motioned Tyler Hubbard across the field, and they decided to blitz that backer and press up on me with the corner. So I was trying to post and cook the corner. I was like, I don't know why. I don't know why they did that.
Well,
No, not a smart idea.
No, but after that play, when Tyler would go in motion, they would push that backer out to help him with like the slants and all that stuff, and then shade that safety over too.
Yeah, I'm sure you're going to get doubled probably the rest of the year.
Sadly.
I mean, I'm sure you're still going to get open.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I found a way.
What I didn't know this before I ask my next question, I didn't realize how fast you were. Until because I didn't go to Honaker last year, the benefit game.
Yeah.
And I don't really remember the benefit game from your sophomore year down at Lee. But like when we played y'all a few weeks ago, I didn't realize that you were that fast.
See, I don't feel like last year. I feel like he was a lot more physical than he was fast last year. Like this year, I mean, you were still physical. I'm not trying to take that away from you or anything.
Yeah.
But like your top end speed was just you caught it and it was like, oh well, there he goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, over the summer, I ended up tearing my quad. Yeah, I don't know how. Well, it's actually during 7-on-7s. No, take that back. It was winter. Me and my brother was throwing, and I ran a deep post, and like I was running, and all of a sudden I hit the ground because I couldn't like run no more. And then like I kept on. I'd take a couple weeks off, and I'd come back, and then I was just re-hurt again, and ended up bleeding out throughout the whole summer. But it finally got healed. I wish that didn't happen because I feel like it could be a little bit faster. But
Jesus, we're still pretty dang fast.
Jesus, you'd run a 3 or a 4 flat if you're a little faster.
Maybe.
What do you run now? 40.
Last 40 I ran a 4.64.
Hand timed.
It was. I think it was hand time maybe.
I think you could.
It was at UNC. So I can't remember if they did lasers or not.
I think you could run a low 4.5, high 4.4 easily.
Yeah, I haven't ran one recently because I haven't like had to prepare for all the camps and all those 40s and 5.5s and all that stuff.
Yeah. My next question, obviously, y'all had a very tough first 3 games of the year. Obviously, you got Lebanon, very good. Ridgey, very good. Then Ryko, very good. So, I mean, you're 0-3, but like you probably had the toughest 3-game stretch out of anybody in Southwest Virginia to start the year.
Oh,
So
yeah.
obviously, you being a senior, how are you just kind of talking to the guys, telling them like, we still got at least 7 more weeks of football, and we just got to bear down and keep going.
Yeah, I've been keeping everybody's heads up. We've all been we knew coming into the season that we had the first 3 games are going to be the hardest games, and we're just getting like all the little things right and getting lined out so we can perfect everything going down the road and hopefully catch more wins and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, everything's still in front of you guys. Like when
Yeah.
y'all get hot, like it's gonna be really scary for a lot of the 1A squads, I think.
Yeah,
absolutely. I feel like he's a matchup nightmare.
Yeah, we just gotta keep our energy up on the field. We did that and make sure all of us do our own assignments. We'll be good. Like our weakness right now is our defense. Our defense is our weakness, I think. But we're working on it heavy right now, so we should get back.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about the kind of style of offense you're playing in. Obviously, it's very wide receiver and quarterback friendly, with it being the air raid. Just kind of talk to me through that and how much that. I mean, I would assume that how much you enjoy playing in it.
Oh, it's great. It's great. Growing up, like, of course, in Little League, you couldn't be wide receiver and all that stuff. But ever since freshman year, I've been in the air raid offense because that's when we got the new coach from Doug. Ever since that, it's been great being able to be on a team that throws the ball instead of just runs the ball all the time, and it's made Honaker football a lot better too.
Yeah, I mean the last 4 years, it seems like y'all are always in the. Was it your freshman or sophomore year? Galax beat you out in the state semis.
Sophomore. Yep.
I feel like y'all could have very easily won that game.
Yeah. We should have. I don't know what happened.
You really should have won that game.
Yeah, we should have.
Like I can remember watching that and like I don't know, a lot of just kind of. I mean, started off the game great and stuff, and then just kind of went cold.
Yeah, they called a late hit on Tyler Cole that game, and when they called that, like their energy went up and our energy went down, and that like we just went downhill from there.
Yeah,
complete momentum shift.
Oh yeah.
How many seniors do y'all have?
I think 8. Yep.
A lot of freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah, a lot of them. We graduated a lot of seniors my sophomore year.
Yeah.
And I like went through a little divot of not having enough linemen and all that stuff last year, and now we're gaining more players and all that stuff this year.
What was the running back's name your sophomore year? His last name was Lowe too, right?
It was Aiden Lowe.
Aiden Lowe. Yeah. He was a dog.
Oh yeah, he was.
Good.
Yeah, he was. He ended up going to UVA Wise.
Is he still there?
Yeah. I don't think he can play anymore because he was doing something on the farm and ended up flipping a side by side, doing something to his back.
Dang.
Yeah, he was tough.
Yeah, but he was one heck of a running back. He was really good.
Heck yeah, he was. Is it my turn to ask a question, Sergio?
Yeah.
All right, I have a 2-part question. First part: who was your favorite player growing up?
Like from high school?
Like growing up, like a college player, NFL player, just anybody. Don't have to be receiver either, just anybody.
About to steal my question, bro.
I'm sorry.
I'll be honest. I don't watch a lot of like NFL and all that stuff. But I like Justin Jefferson a lot. I do like him a lot.
He's a good one.
Yeah.
You try to model your game after him. I stole both of Sturgill's questions. And
Dude, I promise you, both of these questions are the
he
questions
asks
I
both of
ask
those
every
questions
week.
every episode.
Really?
Every episode, it's my tour. Who do you model your game after? And then, like, if anybody, like, we had Mike on not too long ago, and I was asking him about who he modeled his game after, and then his kind of recruitment process.
Yeah.
And Bray's over here just, taking them. Man. I guess I got to get to him quicker.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the first question next week, I promise. Before Bray can even speak, it's just gonna be, "Hey, who do you model your game after?"
That's right.
No, I'm kidding. Go ahead, Avery. My bad, man.
No, you're good. I was kind of go out there and do my own thing. I don't really like try to like be one way or another and model my game after somebody. I just go out there and do what I can do, and
You just want to be Avery Musick.
yeah, basically.
I like that.
Well, the one question he's not getting is, and this is a little segment that we started, is so I've got to ask you first. Who's your favorite college football team? If you watch much of it.
I like UT, University of Tennessee.
I knew you were a good guy. I knew I liked this
Right.
kid, man. All right. So with that being said, I don't want to ask you about the heartbreaker because I'm still sad about that one. Bray and I were there. So was Brennan, who needs to start getting on here with us. But Tennessee has UAB this weekend. We started a guest pick thing, so give me your pick for it. It's a pretty easy pick, I feel like.
UT, for sure.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Easy.
Yeah.
God, I had a very good question I was going to ask, but I forgot it.
Well, I'll let you sit and think about it.
If you want to ask another one?
Give me a minute to find another one. I feel like I'm blanking. Like, I feel like I literally can't think of any right now.
I literally had such a good question that I haven't asked before. Then you started talking about Tennessee and UAB and Tennessee and Georgia, and I forgot about it.
Just heartbreak all over again. All right, I'll let you think. Are there any goals for you as a player that you want to accomplish before your senior year ends?
For sure, getting All-State, and which breaking some school records. I ended up breaking 3 of them last week, but I want to break more. I just got to figure out. I just got to figure out some more to break. But basically, that's it right now that I can think of. I haven't really I set some goals like All-State and all that stuff, but in all region, but I haven't really set like main goals yet. Probably need to.
You got your question, Bray?
Uh,
If not, I'll quick hit one more, but that's about all I
quick,
can give
one
you.
more.
All right, what is your dream offer?
Dude, I'll be honest. Probably UT. I'll probably be honest, because it's as close. It's close to here,
Yeah,
and it's a big college, and it would be nice to play at. And also, Oregon would be pretty cool.
jerseys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tennessee, you're getting to play in a little bit of the that kind of run and shoot. You're spreading them out wide, kind of offense. Yeah. So you're still getting some of the same thing. They like to throw the ball deep, get a lot of verticality.
Yeah.
All right, here's what it was. So,
do one more.
What?
I said I knew one more question. You'd have it.
Yeah. So, obviously, we talked a little bit about it earlier, but I assume growing up, you and your brother were always just like competing in everything you did.
Oh,
Because, with Brennan and Carter being my cousins, if we were playing rock, paper, scissors, I would want to beat you.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
What was that like just growing up with him and just competing in everything you do?
Oh, we competed in everything. I always end up losing, I'll be honest. But the times I did win, I rubbed it in his face. I'll do that. Yeah. Yeah. He was always bigger and stronger than me. We were little. So
Yeah.
I did have an unfair advantage, but I still gave it my best.
Yeah, that's how. So, like, when we were obviously Brandon Carter are my first cousins, but they're more like brothers to me. And it got to the point like either me and Carter would play one on ones, but then if Brennan was playing, me and him would play Brennan because Brennan's 3 years older than us both.
Yeah.
And like there was times like we would just start like almost fist fighting would break out.
Yeah.
And like
That's how we were. That's
it's
exactly
just
how we were.
I tell you that some of those when you're young, those competitions are some of the best competitions you'll ever have in your life.
Oh yeah, they are.
Absolutely.
It means the world then.
Yeah.
I think. Do you have any more before we let him off here? I'm going to ask one last thing, and then
I'm good. I don't have any more. That was the big question I
that
was
was the
thinking
big
about.
question.
Yeah.
My last thing is kind of give me a little bit of a game preview for Friday. What should we expect? Should we expect you to be on here again next week, or just kind of talk me through it?
Well, I'm gonna try to go out there and beat what I did this week. Like every week we go, I'm just trying to do better than I did the last week. So hopefully I'll be on here again. Hopefully, and just hopefully we end up with a win too. Hopefully we come together as a team and just come make a big win.
Absolutely, I think. Like Bray was kind of saying, those first 3 games for you all was insanely tough. But everything's still in front of you. Y'all still have a really solid team, and still, in my opinion, can make a deep run.
Yeah, I think we can too. That's what I've been telling everybody too. Like these 3 games doesn't change the whole season. We just gotta line everything up and get it going.
Yeah. I think I said I don't know if I said it in the episode or said it to Lucas one day, but I said that you all, Eastside, and Rocco were the 3 teams to beat on this side of the state in 1A, and any of y'all could beat each other on any given night. So that's just. But
I think that was in one of the last podcasts.
I can't remember if I said it on here to you in person, but yeah,
I think
I got you on 275. Watch next week. You might get to 300 again. If they double you, 250.
We'll see.
Setting the challenge. Hey, send us the stats.
I will.
I'll come on here Sunday or Monday or whatever day we do it next week, and I will say, "Hey, Bray, Avery went crazy again."
I hope you do. I'm just setting a bar.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, I do think it was on here because we had said something about Eastside and Rocco being 2 of the teams that potentially could be playing in that region semifinal and or the region final, and then we kind of thought for a second, we're like, well, that's if they get through Honaker, because y'all are really good too, and toward the end of the year y'all really get that together and start playing really good football, then y'all are really hard to beat, man.
Yeah.
One of them's probably going to have to play in region semis.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm sure you're going to be back on here because you're probably going to win a few more player of the weeks.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And now knowing he's a Vol fan, he could not play and I still might give it to him. Be like, yeah, he's player of the week. I don't
respect levels up.
Absolutely. But with all that being said, man, do you have any questions for us or anything you want to say before we let you get off here?
I think I'm good. I don't think I got any questions or nothing.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that has been our time.
Hang on. Before you get off here, I'm gonna set the stat line. If you eclipse all this, you're automatically the player of the week.
All right, I'm writing this down.
11 catches.
Okay.
270 yards.
Okay.
3 touchdowns.
Okay. I got that.
Solo player of the week. We can't do a co. Or can we do a co?
We'll see.
Okay.
But he's definitely included if
Absolutely.
that happens.
Okay.
I like it. 11
Send me those so I make sure I remember them.
All right, I'll text them to you.
Okay.
So y'all heard it here. 11 catches, 270 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And Avery will be joining us next week as the player of the week again. With all that being said, just want to thank Avery for coming on here, giving us a little bit of his time, letting us ask him some questions. It was really great talking to you, man, and I hope you have a great rest of your season.
Thank you. It was great talking to y'all too.
See you next week.
See ya.
See you next week. What a kid, man. And he's a Vol fan.
He's definitely getting back on. I don't care if he has
Absolutely.
0 catches, negative 0 yards, no touchdowns. He's getting on.
Absolutely. Even if it's just a talk.
You know what?
No.
Hang on. You know what I think it's time for?
Oh Lord, what's that? Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and send him.
All right. Well,
11 catches, 270 yards, 3 TDs.
I might reshape my top 10 players in Southwest Virginia
Oh,
through 3 weeks. You know,
new top 10.
Yeah.
All right. Are we before we go any further? Are we excluding or including injured players? Because that can sway your.
You know, I'll do both.
Okay.
All right. So in this first one, I'm not counting Carter and Connor.
Okay.
But they 100%, like, they're 2 of the top 10 in Southwest Virginia. I don't give a flim flam what people say. They're the 2 best in Region D. And Avery and them 2 are the 2 best in 1 and 2A this side of Roanoke. If you don't like it, sorry, it's the truth.
Yeah.
But we have 2 guys tied atop at number 1.
Oh.
And it's Mike and Avery. And I feel like through 3 games.
Yeah.
So, like,
Avery didn't get to finish that whole Coal Bowl. If they did,
and he missed a game.
Yeah.
So if he didn't miss a game, he's probably number 1. But I would say he probably already has he probably has almost 500 receiving yards through 2 games. You know what? Screw it. He's number 1. Sorry, Mike.
Ooh.
You're close to. No, I feel bad, Mike. You're tied. Sorry, I like both of you. Mike put up some, but I think the 1 and 2 gap pretty high.
Has Mike already eclipsed 1,000 yards on the season?
He's probably close. He's really good. Anyways, Mike and Avery 1 and 2, way up there. 3, give me Keith Chandler from Union. I like him at 3. I don't know. I like Keith. Good kid. Good football player. Who's going to be 4? Give me Keldon Hamilton from Eastside.
Going to Coburn for your 4th.
Yeah. 5, give me Cam Bostic. He's a great football player. I think I had him farther down the list last time. But
there's one I'm looking for. I don't know if
6.
Actually, there's 2.
Let's see. The best quarterback in 1A, Parker Lowe.
That's one of the ones I was looking for.
Sorry, he's just 6. Come at me if you don't like it. He's the best quarterback in 1A that I've seen in a very long time. Since last year and the year before Avery's brother.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on his first name. Peyton?
Yes.
Music. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Them two, though. But, anyways, Parker's a freshman. He's unreal. His ceiling is higher than most people I've ever seen. Really good. He's number 6.
He's a stud.
Am I at number 7 now?
Yep.
Let's see. So I got Avery, Mike, Todd, Keith, Hamilton, Cam, Parker. 7. I'm going to say, well, you know what? I'll say he's tied at the top of Region 2D. Toby from Lebanon. I mean, Carter and Connor are hurt now. He's the best receiver in Region 2D. If they're both healthy, then it's 3 at the top, and there's a big gap, a very big gap. You don't like it? Sorry.
Still looking for his teammate.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just didn't know where you were going to go with him.
See, that's where it comes into, because the 7, 8, 9, 10 spots are the 4 hardest spots to fill.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm a freaking idiot.
And like the thing is like, I mean, I'm gonna say this for Bray. He's not saying that like the 7, 8, 9, 10 spot, like these players are bad in any way. Like that's not at all what he's meaning by any.
Oh God, no.
Like 1 through 10, he's saying these are all really, really, really good players. And I'm sure that on any given night that 1 could drop to 3 and 3 could go to 1 and 7 could, and they could all fluctuate as some of the best players in Southwest Virginia.
Well, yeah, I mean, like the reason, in my opinion, for a top 10 is just because you can see who the 10 best football players down here are. Like, it doesn't, I don't know. I mean, it's all hearsay too. Like, any of these, like whoever this 10th guy on my list could be the 1 guy in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Who knows? But it's just, yeah. So whoever I put as the 10th guy, if you're mad at me, heck, in 4 or 5 weeks, you might be the number 2, number 3, number 1. If Avery plays bad for 2 weeks, he might be 6th. If Mike doesn't play good, he might be 7. If Keith plays bad, he might be 8. Like, who knows? Like, it doesn't matter. This is why I'm redoing it, because through 3 weeks of the season, I've seen stats. I've seen the numbers. That's why I'm readjusting it. All based on numbers, too. No personal opinions.
No wins and losses.
No matter if you won. Heck, Avery and them are 0-3. Parker and them are 0. And Parker on the same team, obviously, 0-3. Guess what? They put up great numbers. They're on my list. All right.
Gotta get
I
the
like
spiel
that.
over with.
Yeah, sorry.
I like
What
it.
number am I on?
7.
Was Toby 7 or 6?
Toby was 6.
Gabe Lilly's 7.
Okay.
I think I had him as my preseason number 1.
You did.
Obviously. Sorry. But you might be number 1 next week. Or in 3 weeks. I'm going to do it every 3 weeks, I think.
I like it.
So, yeah. Number 8, I'll go Lane Jesse. I guess that's who you thought I was missing?
Yes.
Yeah, he's on there.
100%. That was my only other Lebanon guy that I knew for sure was probably going to be in there.
He's number 8. Number 9, I'll go Walker Hillman from Gate City. They're running back. I'm pretty sure he had a very good stat line against Abingdon the other night. And I don't know, I feel like he's been in high school for 7 years, but he's really good at football. He runs hard. He's just he's built like a brick wall. Very hard to tackle. Kind of sneaky quick too, which I think a lot of people underestimate. Is that my number 8? Or was that 9? That was 9.
That was 9. This is to 10. This is for 10 and to round it off.
Number 10, Judge Dillo from Abingdon.
I thought that was going to be your 10.
Because I talked to you about him a few weeks ago.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's
Talks
fine.
about how
That's
good
my
it
new
is.
top list.
New
I'll go.
top
I'll run through it again because I know we had a lot of intermissions there because I had to get some stuff off my chest. 1 and 2, Mike and Avery. 3, Keith. 4. Who was 4? Because Cam was 5. 4 was Kelton Hamilton.
Yeah. Mike,
5 was
Avery,
Cam.
3.
6 was Toby. Or no, 6 was Lily, right?
6 was Toby. 7 was
6 was Toby. 7's Lily. 8's Jesse. 9 was
Gate
Hillman.
City.
10 Dillo.
Yep.
There it is. No top 10. You want to move up or down? Somebody new wants to join the list? You got 3 weeks to show me.
I love it. I love it. I will not be doing a top 10, but I'm here for it. I'll listen.
If Carter and Connor weren't hurt, they probably are included in my top 10 just because they're 2 of the best receivers in Southwest Virginia.
Absolutely.
Them 2, Avery and Toby, 4 best receivers.
Yeah.
If you had an all Southwest Virginia team, those are the 4 receivers you're starting. And if you don't have those 4 starting on your list, you don't know football.
Uh-oh. Controversial. I like it. I mean, I don't feel like it's controversial at all, though. Those 4 dudes can play.
It's no disrespect to anybody either. There's some very good football players, but right now I don't know who, since they're both hurt, I don't know. I guess you would say Avery, Toby, Dillo, and I don't know. But yeah, there's my top 10.
And now joining us will be head coach of the middle school program, as well as special team coordinator on Friday nights, head coach Rome Meade. Welcome to the podcast, Coach Meade.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
He is entering his 4th year.
Third year.
Entering his 3rd year with the program as the middle school head coach. He currently has a winning record of 8-6, and he's looking to improve that and make it 9-6 on Thursday. Just talk to us a little bit about your game Thursday, and just walk us through the preparation for the week.
Yeah, so we're playing the Harlan Green Dragons over in Harlan, Kentucky. We've never played that school before. And I'll be honest with you, we've not really been able to find much film on them as well. So we're just trying to, throughout the week, we're hitting every angle that we possibly can. We've got a really good group of kids who are working hard. They're finally starting to click with them what we're trying to do. And then we like our chances. Every time we step on the field every week, we think we've got a good group of kids who are understanding what's going on. We're just excited for what's going to happen Thursday.
Absolutely. Well, we sure hope that you get the win there on Thursday.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Bounce it over to
You want me to ask first question?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, so I think it's a pretty good first question. So obviously, as middle school kids, it's kind of right at that age where you start growing up, getting a little older and stuff. So what's it like kind of being a coach and a mentor to these middle school kids?
Yeah, so first of all, mentorship. Coaching comes second, in my opinion. My coaching philosophy has always revolved around let's help develop these young guys into young men. And it's through discipline and hard work. They get frustrated at me sometimes. They come into the locker room and somebody's cleats are on the right side of their locker when they're supposed to be on the left side, and they got to go run heels. But, I think that in the long run, that's going to help these guys understand the discipline, not only to the game, but also in life. And so it's exciting to watch them grow because, we're on week 5, technically week 2 when it comes to playing games, but we've been in a group now for week 5, and we have watched them grow tremendously in those 5 weeks. It would shock people just how much these kids not only grow on the football field, but just as individuals, and certain kids stepping up and finally being leaders that we knew they could be, from the very beginning of the season.
Absolutely. One of my questions is, how do you balance the teaching fundamentals as well as, keeping the game fun for these middle school kids. Because, I mean, I'm sure you see it, some of these kids, oh, well, this isn't fun. Well,
Yeah.
it's not all the time. It's not supposed to be fun.
Yeah. So one of the first things we preach is, it pays off on usually Monday nights, but this week it's a Thursday night, but typically we play on Monday nights, and practice isn't always fun. Sometimes it's boring. Sometimes it's hard work. Well, all the time it's hard work, and nobody wants to, come to practice every day. And but on Monday nights, whenever we play, they finally get to see the rewards of their hard work throughout the week. And we got our first ever win, program win against Ridgeview Middle School last week, and just watching the kids post on social media what they're saying in the locker room, and what they're talking about amongst each other and people in the community, they're just excited, man. And they understand that if we work hard throughout the week, we got a good chance of beating anybody we play against when we step on the field. Now, that's not always the case, but if you'll work hard, you got a good chance no matter who you line up against. And I think that's where the fun of it comes in, is the hard work and preparation you went through all week on game day. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. So this next question I'm going to ask is about your game last week. Obviously, me and you talked Monday before that game, and you said it was going to be a dogfight, man. So it was going to be a tough one, and then if your kids played well, I mean, you'd come out with the win. If not, it probably wouldn't be very good. So just want to talk about the game and how proud of you are of your guys.
Yeah, so, it's a common theme around here, unfortunately. Before we ever step on the field with some people, we already got that mindset that, this is not going to go in our favor. But something that I've really tried to preach to these kids and instill within them every week is, regardless of who we step on the field against, we put the work in just like they have. And I think they just really bought into it this past week, because, listen, Ridgeview Middle School is a tough football team. They got some really good athletes over there. Watching them on film, definitely had us a little nervous. But we understood that if we'll do what we're supposed to do, when the final tick comes off of that clock, we're going to be in a ball game. And that's exactly what it was, man. It was just an 8-point win. It was a dogfight right down to the end. I think the final was 20-12. And I hope I'm not jumping ahead into maybe another question you have, but Michael Moore really stepped up big for us. He's an 8th grader. We have 0 holdbacks. He's a legit 8th grader who stepped up. He returned a kick for us. He had over 80 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Canaan Oaks had about 50 yards rushing and a touchdown. And then, hats off to Riley Gregory, because they've got a chance with about 3 minutes to go to come down and tie the ball game up. And Riley Gregory reads a vert right over the middle. He reads it perfectly from the corner position, picks it off, and we're able to seal the win. So it was definitely a dogfight, but it was a wonderful game to be a part of. And like I said earlier, man, it's just awesome to see how excited it made these kids. And they believe that this is the year that we can really do something and make some noise over here. So we're excited about it.
Absolutely. I mean, I kind of caught the tail end of it as we kind of came down there towards the end. But, I mean, you could just see the joy that they had. You could tell that it was true, genuine, just happiness of them kind of realizing, like you said, hey, man, like we put in the work. Now we're seeing what's being paid off.
Yes.
But I do like how you said that. I mean, hey, everybody puts your pants on, put your jersey on, your shoulder pads. They all put it on the same way you do.
Absolutely.
No matter if they're 6'5" or if they're 5'5", they're all putting it on the same way. They're a kid just like you are.
Yep.
One of my next questions is, so far, like you said, it's kind of week 5 as far as being together as a team, but week 2 with ball games, what do you think has been the biggest strength for your team so far?
Man, honestly, around these parts, a common theme that I have seen is, middle school. Sometimes it doesn't get looked at the way that junior varsity and varsity football does. And it shouldn't. Varsity is our number one priority. That's what we do in middle school. We help to prepare kids to get them to the varsity level so that we can be effective and win on Friday nights. But something that has really helped us, man, is just telling these kids, you matter, you're important, and what you do now is going to set the tone for the next, 4 or 5 years of your high school playing career. So if you go out and you do the work now, and you show people that you can play, by the time you get to the, sophomore, junior, senior year, and you're playing varsity football, then people are going to know, hey, this group can play. So we put a lot of pride. I take a lot of pride in being a middle school football coach. Game plan, preparation, everything that we do, we put a lot of work into it as coaches, and we have wonderful coaches who have really bought into the vision as well. And, man, I just believe if we keep getting better in 8th grade, Lehigh General is going to look real good in 2 or 3 years. I'm really excited for the program.
Yeah, I got a question for you, but just following up, like you said, like I don't think enough people realize that, like, when you get like a good middle school group, like a good group of 7th and 8th graders, and 3-4 years when that group is junior and sophomores and senior and juniors, like,
Yeah.
I mean, they've been playing together for 5-6 years, however long, and like that's big that you've been lining up the guy beside you for the last 5 years and knowing everything about him, how he's going to play, and knowing that he's going to bring his all. Like that's a very underrated aspect of football, in my opinion.
Absolutely. And I can't say enough. Lucas is part of the varsity staff as well. And I can't say enough about those guys, Coach Carroll, Haystrop, Coach Sturgill, Stapleton, Stewart. I mean, if I've got questions, I go to them and I ask them, and they answer those questions and they help us. So they see the vision also that we're trying to cast in the middle school level. And, like you said, you get these guys together, it's been playing for 5 or 6 years, and they start having success. It's going to spill over into high school. And so we credit a lot of that to the varsity staff as well. They do a wonderful job of making sure we have everything we need, answering all of our questions, and just helping us prepare for Monday nights.
Yeah. So my question I was going to ask you, so obviously it's been your 3rd year, first 2 years went pretty good. So that 3rd year usually big time to make that leap. So what are your goals for this 3rd year of coaching this middle school football team?
Yeah, so everybody always preaches just go out there, try your best, and have fun. And it's an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to state it anyways. I've never seen a team lose and have fun.
I love that.
So the goal this year is to win football games. And if we win football games and we get better at what we do, then we're going to have fun. And I think these kids they're excited, man. They're fired up, and we've got some tough matchups coming up. We do not take them lightly, no way, shape, form, or fashion. But we're ready. We're ready to play, and we're excited moving forward to take that next leap and win some football games.
There's nothing funner than winning.
Nothing.
No matter what.
No.
People can say what they want. Losing sucks.
Yes.
This question we haven't had another coach on here, so I haven't really been able to ask this question. But I know one of the main reasons that I got into coaching is not only because I love football, but also because of some of my high school coaches and just seeing their interactions. So my question is like, who was your biggest influence to try to get into coaching and to successfully get into coaching?
So it was funny because anybody that knows me knows I was a big basketball guy. I mean, I just wanted to coach basketball, and my first coaching job was with middle school team over in Middlesboro, and Coach Ron Edwards, he entrusted me to come on to his staff, and he really helped me grow. And I realized, man, I really, really enjoy having these kids around. And if I'm being honest, man, I'm 31 years old, so I'm not technically old, but I'm not in the loop yet anymore. Either. So being around these young guys just kind of gives me a sense of renewal every day. They definitely keep me on my toes. But I would have to credit it to Coach Ron Edwards, man. He just really showed me the importance of pouring into these kids, not just in the sport, but in life as well. And anytime you see a kid go on to have success, and I hope it's okay I mentioned names, but, first year I ever coached football, I coached Carter Pendergraph. And Stud, absolute stud. We just pitched the ball to him and tell him go get what you can get, and he did, and he was an absolute animal. And I think, from a player standpoint, coaching football, he just made me fall in love with the game of football, because now I see the joy of what can come in these kids, and he's killing it at the high school level now. And doing some great things. So him and Malachi Wilder, just some kids that are absolutely doing wonderful things for the program. But that first year coaching middle school football, they really helped me fall in love with this game, and I'm just excited for their future as well.
Yeah, I was going to ask you a question about that. Like, so two of those guys, it's your first year now, both way starters on varsity, obviously.
Yeah,
Carter with his knee injury, not anymore. Prayers for Carter. But got Malachi out there, hopefully getting back from injury soon. But this next question I'm going to ask you. Obviously, you work at the school, so how do you keep up with your players' grades? I'm sure, right?
Sure, absolutely.
So I'm sure you're hard on them. I'm sure you preach. If you don't do good in the classroom, you can't play football.
That's
It's
right.
part of it. So how are you kind of on them about getting what they need to do at school done before they become football players?
Yeah, so, football is a privilege. It's not something you just get to do. And you got to do well in the classroom. And that's something I try to preach to these guys from day one is, if you can, sit in the front of your classes, learn as much as you can, be the first person to raise your hand, be respectful to your teachers, work hard in the classroom, and on your grades, because I've also seen kids who have not done well in school and then not get to play the next season, who are phenomenal athletes. We don't ever want to see a good athlete sitting on the sideline because they simply wouldn't pay attention in class. So, like I said, football is a privilege. Do your best in school, because that's something you have to do. And they do for the most part. They do very, very well. I've not had any complaints this year yet. Fingers crossed. So hopefully they keep doing good and keep striving to be better versions of themselves in the classroom as well.
Most definitely.
My next question, I don't know exactly how to word it, but just kind of sitting here
I see
thinking.
that little smirk. It's making me nervous.
No, it's nothing bad. So for those of you that don't know Coach Meade or much about him, he is also a pastor. So kind of talk to me there. Is there much talk with your players about, kind of following with Christ as well, since you have that preacher motto with you? Kind of talk to me about that.
Yeah, so we really do live in a time where you have to be careful. You can't force things onto kids. So I think what's most important is the way that I live my life around those kids, the example that I hold before them. And a big rule we have is there is absolutely zero cursing on the field, in the locker room. We don't want to hear none of that. And I think I do my best to live a Christ-centered life around them, and them seeing that, I think it helps motivate them to continue to do good, and to get better. And then obviously actually before the Ridgeview game, and I was so proud, man, because at the end of the day, I love football, but I would love to see all these kids make their life centered around Christ. And I walk out of the locker room. I told the coaches to walk out. I like giving the kids 4 to 5 minutes to themselves to see who's going to be a leader. And when I walk back in, one of the kids by themselves has pulled out a Bible and they're reading scripture prior to the game. And that's how they got pumped up. That's how they got themselves fired up through the Word of God. And I just thought that was absolutely awesome. So kudos to them. And like I said, we definitely don't force anything on anybody, but anytime they need something, they know they can call on Coach Meade. I'll pray for them, be there for them, and try to lead them in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. I feel like your players know, like, obviously you're a coach, like they gotta respect you. But if they ever needed anything, you're one call away, and I'm sure you would do anything for those kids, no matter what it be.
Yeah.
So I feel like
if
you've
you're
done great at that.
if you're just coaching for wins and losses, then you're coaching for the wrong reason.
Right.
It's bigger than that. So
yeah, because you obviously at the high school levels you got 14, 15, 16, but you got 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old kids leading. Like that's a big few years in your life, really. You start to grow up and like everything, some stuff changes. Obviously, you get to middle school, about to be in high school, and like it's just good having somebody there that anything you need, you can call and just be right there for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next question I'm going to ask you. Obviously, you didn't. How do you feel? No disrespect to any of the other 2 middle school teams you've coached, but how do you feel like this group, team-wise, like the camaraderie between them has been?
I was a little worried there for a little while. I felt like we wasn't really getting what we as coaches were trying to pour into them. But man, when it started clicking, it clicked. And these kids they've just got a bond, man. They've got a friendship, and you can tell that it goes beyond the football field. And I think them being moved back to Pennington and back to Jonesville has helped, because now they are all in classes together. When they were at the high school as 8th graders, they were kind of scattered amongst a big school. Now they're kind of forced, to eat lunch together, go to recess together, sit in class together. They hold each other accountable, but they're forming a bond and a brotherhood. And when you know that you can trust the guy to your left and you can trust the guy to your right, that does huge, huge things for your program. Is just knowing that, hey, he's got my back and he knows I've got his back.
Absolutely, man.
100%. One of the last questions I have for you is, how do you prepare, your middle school team, your 8th graders more so than any, to be able to be ready to take that leap from the middle school game to the high school game?
Man, it all goes back to fundamentals, and we every coach preaches that, but I really think that myself and Coach Moore, Coach Breeding, Coach Vicara, the middle school staff, I think we do a really good job at helping them understand the fundamentals of the game of football. When you get to high school and you're there in the summertime, and coach looks at you and says, I want you to do a down block right here. And that player says, well, what's a down block? We've never, and we've encountered that before, but if they can learn the small fundamentals about football, it's going to help them take that next step just from a knowledge standpoint. Just knowing what to do goes a long way. And then that's when coaching comes in to develop that certain skill.
Absolutely. I love it.
Let's see.
Bray's thinking. When Bray thinks, it normally means.
I think this was pretty good. Obviously, you mentioned a few earlier, but who are you can name however many you want, really, guys that have kind of, obviously either you coached last year or didn't if they didn't play, but who are some guys that have kind of took that next step these last few weeks of practice, and they've kind of just been leaders? And yeah.
So, Riley Gregory played for me last year as a 7th grader, and his maturity level, first of all, just in 12 months has grown so much. And he was voted team captain, and I have watched him dedicate himself in practice, making sure the guys are rallied together, and we really like his leadership. So we have him as a team captain, and then obviously, a defensive captain. We have an offensive captain as well. And from a defensive standpoint, that would be Kanan Oaks. It's his first year of playing middle school football. But, man, that kid is a stud. He is going to be a really, really good football player, and he's done phenomenal at leading our defense. And then, of course, Michael Moore on the offensive side of the football. I keep saying that word, but he's a stud as well, man. You get the ball in his hands, and he's going to make some stuff happen. He's more quiet. He's not as vocal. as maybe Kanan and Riley is, but he holds everybody to the standard of hard work, dedication, and commitment. This kid willingly runs 5 to 10 hills after every practice. Nobody tells him to, nobody asks him to. He does it because he wants to be in the best shape that he can be so that when he steps out on the field on Monday night, he can execute the game plan. So, those three guys have really took big leaps this year and helped our football program.
Absolutely. I mean, it's great seeing, like you said, just seeing those kids to kind of take that initiative.
Yes.
I mean,
I told a kid yesterday, it might have been today actually. Michael takes off running heels, and they're like, is he in trouble? Why is he running heels? I'm like, no, man, he's just crazy. He's just crazy running heels on his own. And the kid's like, yeah, he might be a little crazy. And, I said, but I see that. And the other three coaches, we see that. And we notice it, and we appreciate the extra work that he puts into the program.
Absolutely. I mean, it's hard for that kind of stuff to go unnoticed. I mean, as coaches, we kind of develop that eye for that. All right, well, who's truly leading these guys? Who's kind of talking to these guys through these times? Yeah. And all that kind of stuff. If they're putting extra work in and stuff, so I completely agree with you there. Bray, do you have any more questions for Coach Meade?
Like you said about Michael, him being the quiet guy, those quiet ones you got to watch out for because they're.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're very, very good football players, and there's a lot going through their mind. Like they're kind of crazy. Like they just want it so bad. Like they don't say much. They come in, they get the job done, and those are some of the best ones in my opinion.
I mean, I don't mean to keep talking about one kid and building them up, but man, they're just something special about those kids. The Carter Pendergraphs and the Landon Lamberts and the Mikey Galloways and now the Michael Moores. Kids that I've coached in the last 3 years, and he comes up to me. He fumbled. He fumbled against Ridgeview. I mean, the kid had over probably 100 rushing yards or close to it, 2 touchdowns, a kick return, and he fumbled. He made a mistake in a game, and he's in literal tears after the game. We've won, and everybody else is celebrating, and he's in literal tears, so beating himself up so bad that he fumbled the football. And you get 11 guys like that on a football field, and it's hard to beat them.
Oh, absolutely. He won the game, but he still just like, I made a mistake, man. Like that just shows like so much. Like if you get 11, 12, 13 guys that wanted as much as him, just think about what could happen.
Oh, absolutely.
1,000,000%, man. But I think that's all for me. As long as that's all for Bray. Coach Meade, do you have anything you wanna ask or say or anything like that before we end this episode off?
I just want to say, click on our link on Lee Middle School football page on Facebook and go donate, because we want to make sure we take good care of these kids and get them the best equipment and stuff that they possibly need, and come out and support them. We got an exciting season ahead of us, and we need some help, man. We need some people behind us cheering us on.
Absolutely. Hopefully I'll be able to post the link in the Facebook comments, or not comments, but the Facebook post that I will make with this video. But with all that being said, we just want to thank Coach Meade for giving us some of his time and, coming on and talking to us. And we will go ahead and hop off here. Want to thank you guys for another night, watching us. Just don't forget, like, subscribe, all the good stuff on our YouTube channel, as well as follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. But that's all for now. This has been Lucas and Bray on Under the Lights podcast.
Appreciate y'all. Good luck this year, Rome.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate you guys having me.
Absolutely.